OKTAGON se vrací zpátky na Slovensko, kde se představí to nejatraktivnější, co domácí scéna nabízí. Ivan Buchinger se pokusí o to, co ještě nikdy nikdo v OKTAGONu nedokázal. Být šampionem hned 2 váhových kategorií. Proti němu se tváří v tvář postaví Vojto Barborík. Diamantový čávo Robo Pukač. Ve fanouškovsky i žebříčkově atraktivním zápase s Matem Kertésem. Návrat Gábora Borároše. A když na Slovensko, tak rovnou na Nepelu a s fanoušky.
A jedeme takzvané podálnici.
11.9. Bratislava. Lístky v síti Ticket Portál a živě na oktagon.tv.
Polský bojovník Dawid Kareta se fanouškům OKTAGONu dokázal představit ve vítězném zápase s Tadeášem Ružičkou.
I win.
A další tvrdé úder.
Dawid Kareta!
Nikt nevěřil. A jsem tutaj vygraný.
Ružičku vystřídá Gabal a pokusí se získat 2. vítězství v OKTAGONu a celkově 3. v kariéře.
Skúsenosti naozaj obrovské na jeho straně cez 20 amatérských zápasov.
Další nepříjemné koleno. Vychází nepříjemný loket. 2 nadějné talenty. 2 zemí, ale pouze jeden z nich zažije slast v podobě potlesku vyprodané štvanice.
Uvidíme pomstu Petra Gabala za svého parťáka Růžičku, který půjde proti Karetovi. Máme se opravdu skutečně na co těšit.
So next up we move to the featherweight division and we welcome back Dawid Kareta from Poland. His second performance here coming up under the Octagon banner. His first as well at Octagon 22 was actually the first fight I ever called for Octagon against one of your teammates again, Jan, Ruziczka.
Yeah, against Tadeusz Ruziczka, right.
And it was a phenomenal fight. If anything, the script was set for Ruziczka to win that fight because he'd won the Octagon Underground. He has so many fans through his pedigree as a striker, but Dawid Kareta did not read that script.
He executed his game plan perfectly.
For that fight, he closed the distance. He made it a close quarters, scrappy fight that not only stopped Ruziczka with his striking, but made him tired as well through that fight. And he kept that, and it was dangerous. It wasn't like a completely one-sided fight, but he knew what he had to do to get the victory, and he did it in very impressive fashion in my eyes, Jan.
Absolutely, I agree.
You look back at his record as well, record of 3-1, turned pro in 2017, fought twice that year. Both wins were by first-round submission, and you'd have to say, looking at this fight, looking at him as a fighter, that's where he prefers to fight, Jan. And when he's facing Gabal, who is the teammate of Ruziczka, that's going to add some different problems.
Yeah, but on the contrary, Peter Gabal is very more rounded, all-around rounded fighter compared to Ruziczka. He feels much better when it comes to ground game compared to Ruziczka. So I'm not very excited what the strategy is going to be for Kareta in this one.
Well, Kareta is set to enter the cage first time in front of an actual live Octagon crowd as well. You see the energy he entered with, living, breathing every single second of this opportunity. And once more, he will face one of Andre Reinder's absolute young monsters coming through. Can he do it once more? Can he spoil the party, break that script, and take the victory?
And here he comes, Peter Gabal.
Peter Gabal, the fights, I've never called one of his fights live, but watching the 2 back that we've experienced in his so far pro career, he is phenomenal. This first pro fight, you showed me that just before this started, the overhand.
The overhand right that landed right on the bottom.
phenomenal. So he has that knockout power. In his last fight, he was fighting Mushka at Octagon 18. Now, the first round was close. Back and forth, they exchanged strikes, grappling, they matched each other move for move, and something happened in the second round. He came out absolutely possessed, dominated, got the takedown in a stunning style. It was Mushka who was making the forward motion. He made space, caught the knee,
and just threw him on the ground.
Manhandled. He's 21 years of age and he manhandled Mushka and then got the submission finish. Everything about this young man oozes confidence. When you add technique, skill, and then a team like he's got behind him, what is the potential of this young man?
He should face better and better competition as he does right now, and we'll see, because like I said, he's super talented, he's unorthodox, he's dynamic, he's fast, he's young, he loves to study the game, and there's a bright future ahead of him.
And when you add to that, he is looking to avenge the loss of his teammate. Does that play any part of it? I know it's a personal thing, but I'll ask you from your experience, when you're stepping in there, when you sign to fight one of the opponents that's beating one of your teammates, does that add an extra motivation?
For sure, you got a chip on your shoulder, for sure, but still, it's his fight. He's not fighting, it's not a repeat fight for Rušička. He's fighting his fight. I know that he wants to avenge him, but still it's his fight, and we'll see. But I think it's an extra motivation. I do. There's tail of the tape, 5 years elder, Kareta.
You can see there as well.
This is a featherweight fight.
Yeah, height and reach on the side of Peter Gabal. We are set. Let's make it official. Let's get underway with Andrej Rein.
Andrej Novotný, yeah.
Dámy a pánové, máme před sebou druhý zápas, tentokrát pérová váha 66 kg, 3 kola po 5 minutách a vaším rozhodčím v oktagonu je Jan Voborník. Pojďme si společně představit oba muže. Nejprve modrý roh. 27 let, 176 cm, 66,25 kg na váze. Oktagon tým Češím pod trenérem Michalem Mankiewicz má na svém kontě mezi profesionály 4 zápasy, 3 vítězství, 2 ukončil před limitem a 1 porážka. Polský reprezentant podruhé na půdě oktagonu, Dawid KANAR Kareta! Na druhé straně červený roh, 21 let, 180 cm, 66,3 kg na váze. Reinders MMA tým pod trenérem Andrejem Reindersem a Michalem Soukupem. Mezi profesionály má na svém kontě 2 zápasy. Oba dokázal vyhrát, oba před limitem. Vícemistr světa mezi amatéry za Česko a také Kolop tým v Nerudově poháru v červeném rohu Petr Gabal!
Gentlemen, you know the rules. Follow it all time. Fight fair, fight well, and always for win. If you want to touch gloves, do that, and go back to your corner. Good luck in your fight.
So we are set and ready for this featherweight contest, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Dawid Kareta in the blue corner takes on Petr Gabal in the red corner. Me, Brian Lacey, alongside Jan Malak calling the action.
Kareta in an orthodox stance, Gabal in a southpaw stance.
And
okay, let's go. Whoa, nice calf kick by Gabal. That landed.
Ooh, a teep to the midsection as well.
Oh!
Kareta.
Oh, and a question mark kick for Gabal.
Oof. Kareta, though, forward pressure. Loving the way that Gabal is circling and using the absolute size of this cage to make sure he's got space.
Nice fluid movement by Gabal.
Oh, he's been caught. The left hand connected on the temple. Gabal looking for the finish early. Kareta surviving.
Oh, and a high kick that was blocked by Kareta.
And again, it was that angle that Gabal made on the exit, but as he brought that left hand down, it connected with the temple there of Kareta.
Nice 1-2 by Gabal. And there's that left hook that dropped almost Kareta.
Oh, and now Kareta looking.
Kareta with a takedown attempt, yeah. Knee on the exit for Kareta, did not land.
Good recovery though from Kareta. He was certainly rocked. Look how confident, look how confident Petr Gabal is. So loose in there. Kareta though is so tough.
And it looks like that Gabal is relying a lot on that counter left hand, either if it's hook or uppercut.
Add to that the outside calf kick that he's using with that lead leg of his to connect with the low calf of the lead leg of Kareta. Ooh, Kareta catches that single leg. Can he finish this takedown?
He's got Gabal's leg trapped. And he is able to take, hold on.
Good
nice defense.
Pressure. Yeah, good pressure though from Kareta. Nice response from Gabal. David Kareta certainly understands that he needs to close the distance. But this is what you talk about with the well-rounded game of Gabal. He's not a one-trick pony. He's got those beautiful oh, lovely takedown there.
Lovely takedown, but watch out. Gabal is setting something up from the bottom.
As I was about to say,
watch out for those elbows.
He's a problem every position, right? He's got something, some form of attack. And he's a high level, whether it's on the ground, off his back, on top, striking. Kareta though pushing forward. He's aware of the danger. He's looking for that straight foot lock.
Beautiful defense by Gabal.
And listen to the crowd's response to that. Great understanding of just what sort of danger he was in there. Ooh. 1 minute 48 seconds left in this first round. Ooh.
And like you said, wonderful recovery for Kareta. And the same throw again.
Again that drop.
Judo throw.
Trap the arm, threw it over the shoulder, now knee on belly. This is a fantastic response from the Polish fighter. Scrappy little tussle between the two now. Kareta establishing that position.
We got 1 minute left.
What a first round.
What a first round, yeah.
Crazy.
Gabal was able to rock Kareta. Kareta, on the other hand, was able to take Gabal down.
And now, as we saw with that Ruzicka fight, Kareta makes adjustments. I think he understands the striking is far on the favor of Gabal. Oh, these are nice short hammer fists coming down from the Polish fighter. Gabal looking to grab that knee.
Nice ground and pound by Kareta.
Kareta does good forward pressure as well.
Yeah.
And slides across, dropping elbows, still keeping that half guard position. Oh, big elbow.
Big elbow from the top by Kareta.
Really charged the point of that elbow down into the side of the head of Gabal.
Pretty tough round to score, right?
That's why we just get the shout about it, which is a good thing. But my goodness, let's talk about the opening. Gabal looks so loose on his feet, throwing wonderful kicks, spinning attacks, teeps to the midsection, rocked Kareta with that left hook right on the temple. Looked like Kareta was in serious trouble, but the recovery from the young Polishman, not just to get his feet back under him, but to make the adjustments in the fight, and then to take and then end the fight in top position, raining down elbows. A tale of two halves completely.
What a round, what a round.
And when you look at it now as far as adjustments, the momentum seems to, first of all, talk me through some of this striking, Jan.
Yeah, there was a spinning attack there was that left counter hand I talked about that landed for Gabal. There was another attempt. There's that spinning kick that partially landed.
And look at the
There's that overhand right. He was successful with that shot in his first professional fight. There's the first takedown for Kareta, that judo throwdown.
And I think that was the second one. Again, beautifully timed and executed. Now I'm going to ask you the question, because the momentum seemed to switch in the side of Kareta. What's Andre Reinders saying to Gabal now? What's the key?
Yeah, keep it on your feet. Yeah, keep it up. Yeah.
Again, Kareta is so good at making it messy to get inside. Even in this big cage, he makes it feel very, very small.
Oh, and both gentlemen almost collided. It looked like that.
This time
There was guillotine attempt for Kareta.
And again, this is early though in this round to be down
We're in the same position where we finished in the first round. Watch out for that knee attack for Kareta. He attempted a heel hook over there for a brief second.
And again, these elbows, short elbows, but they do add up. They accumulate damage. And they're just miserable on bottom, even when you're trying to make space. They're the short shots that stop you progressing. Oh, headbutts coming to the chest there. I think the ref might have something to say about that in a minute.
Good control by Kareta. And this just shows you how good he is when it comes to ground game.
It also shows you his spirit as well, because he was in trouble.
Yeah,
he was deep trouble in that first round.
Yeah, in that first round.
But now he is absolutely punishing Petr Gabal for that. Right in front of us here in the commentary position as well. And what do you need to see from Gabal here? He's got his full guard locked. He's flat on his back.
Yeah, he's got to unlock that guard and try to use the fence to get up.
But look at Kareta.
Yeah, big shots by Kareta.
Kareta has an impressive submission record as well. His first pro fight was Ezekiel choke. Technically, I think it was more just his forearm buried into the neck of his opponent, but executed it, got the finish. Now Gabal trying to use that cage.
For the armbar setup, yeah.
Going to be difficult there though, because the
plus Kareta is pretty aware of that.
He's in side control as well, and you can see Gabal trying to stop that elbow coming down. Knee on the face. Now this is just miserable here for Gabal.
And we are midway through the fight.
Midway through the fight, and the momentum is fully in the way of the Polish fighter. We're going to have to see something special from Gabal to... Oh, he's trying to take the back from here. Inverted. But the problem with that is you do leave yourself open to these short shots coming down.
To these short hammer shots.
Yeah.
Short hammer shots, yeah.
Still Gabal attacking with those octopus-like limbs. 1 minute 50 seconds left, and Kareta now establishes that side control position.
Another short shot by Kareta.
And you said it on the opening of this round, that the key for Gabal has got to be not to get taken down.
Yes.
He's just spent two and a half minutes on his back, finally musters the strength to get back to his feet, but it looks tired.
Yeah, he looks tired.
Yeah, that's a labored jab. Look at these.
That jab was much faster in that first round.
And that's just testament to the pressure that Kareta has been putting on Gabal. Even that stifling the breathing a little with the hand over the mouth. He impressed me so much with the Ruzicka fight, just with his technique and his tactics. And this one, he's had to come through more adversity, but once again, he's made the adjustments. And Gabal just doesn't seem to have an answer from this position, even against the cage. Like you said, he should be using that cage now. It's not... Used to be a case in MMA where the cage would trap you and that would be a way for the person on top.
And this is circular.
Yeah.
It's a circle, right? And watch out for the armbar. No. Plus, going into that third round, into that final round, I think that Gabal will lose his speed because he's tired, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be far easier for Kareta to take Gabal down going into that third one.
Well, we saw a slight glimpse of that just in this round when Gabal poured out that jab, and that just opened up an easy level change and takedown for Kareta.
Plus, I think Gabal will not find an answer to ground and pound of Kareta.
And you see urgency in the eyes there of Andre Reinder. And this is the moment where the coach really has to help you dig deep. I mean, you've been in many battles yourself where Andre Reinder has been sat in front of you. This is where the relationship between the coach and the fighter is key, right? Because at the minute, after you get up from a full 5 minutes of pretty much being on the bottom, taking elbows, not being able to make any space, your mentality can start to give in a little bit sometimes. Now Andre Reinder's got to find a way of firing him back up, right?
Yeah, I think there's only one way how to win this one. I'm pretty sure he tells Peter Gabal that he has got to finish this one.
And you see
and he has got to knock Kareta out because he's not going to submit Kareta.
You've got to look across the cage as well. Look how fresh Kareta looks.
Kareta is, and Gabal looked tired in between rounds.
Set for round number 3 here, Octagon 26. Here in the beautiful city of Prague. Dawid Kareta, a tough second round. Gabal instantly putting the pressure on. And this is where Gabal's got to circle, right? He's got to make space. This is a big cage, 30 foot to play with. He can't get caught with his back against the cage, or Kareta will see that as an opportunity for this, the takedown.
And another takedown for Kareta.
For each time it's been quicker as well. That was within 25 seconds of this third round. This time he's not against the cage. What's the difference here for Gabal as far as not having that next to him?
It's much harder to get up for Gabal when he cannot use the fence.
Kareta, again, got to give credit to him and his team, the way they've come out in this third round. They knew the only chance Gabal has is that knockout, so he closed the distance, took away those weapons instantly, and it was a nice takedown as well, the body lock clinch with the trip. Oh, but the referee stands them up.
Yeah, good job by referee.
Yeah, 3 minutes 50 now. Oh, spinning attack from Kareta.
And Kareta is looking composed. Yeah. Whoa! And left-handed landed for Gabal.
The same takedown.
You know what's Kareta doing perfectly? That's that outside leg trip.
Yeah.
It's effective every time.
And now, once again, Gabal back to the mat, up against the cage this time, but that head, that top position is so strong from Kareta.
Gabal tried to frame for a brief moment, but he was not successful with that.
Again, look, just stifling the breathing, that forearm under the chin into the throat there of Gabal. It's not pretty, but it's little ways of affecting your opponent, just taking their breath away, making it miserable. You're not just beating them up physically, mentally you're draining them as well.
Plus, Kareta ain't got the rush right now in this moment. He knows he's winning. He knows that he's where he wants to be right now.
And so far, Gabal has not had an answer for this top pressure from Kareta, which is something I'm sure Coach Andre Reinder will look at and take away. He always analyzes the fights, and he's very critical on himself as a coach, not just on the athletes. Kareta just...
And right now, Kareta is in a half guard, so referee probably will not stand him up.
This time, Gabal trying to make space, trying to get those limbs engaged.
Gabal has got to make space.
1 minute 50 now in this third and final round.
Watch out, do you see those stats?
I see that, 5 takedowns, wow.
5 takedowns for Kareta, none for Gabal. And Kareta is trying to pass that half guard.
Significant strikes as well. Oof, actually closer than I'd expect, but
Yeah, but those 22 significant strikes are probably from the first
round, exactly that. But the work rate of Kareta, that's another thing to give credit to as well. He's constantly working. They're not big shots. They might not be fight-ending shots, but short elbow here, dig to the body. Now trying to progress. That shoulder burying into the throat, constantly affecting the breathing of Petr Gabal. Now sliding into mount. 50 seconds left, and he's in mount now. Oof.
He's in a full mount, plus Gabal is tired. Wow, and he drops bombs on Gabal. Gabal tried to explode, but was not successful.
Yeah, his hips were too high. Kareta's hips were too high, so that the hips
Last
of
30
Gabal
seconds.
couldn't shift that weight, couldn't make any space, and that elbow again just grinding down across the face, constantly raining down limbs upon Gabal. 15 seconds. 10 seconds now. Hammer fist from Kareta. Can he finish it before the bell?
Kareta's trying to finish. Watch out
For the armbar. Oh! No. Wow.
What a fight.
What a fight indeed. And again, let's give credit to...
Would you imagine after that first round
No.
that it's going to end up like that?
When you look at how loose Gabal was, the strikes he was throwing, not just throwing, but connecting with, and then you had the fact that he clipped him with that left hand right on the tail pillow and rocked him, put him in trouble. But again, this young man, the 27-year-old from Poland, once again made adjustments in the midst of the fire. And then continued to put on an impressive performance. And I'll say that third round potentially a 10-8 because the takedown within 25 seconds, and it was all Kareta.
Yeah.
And that's that outside trip
That's the
there.
outside trip that I talked about.
And why is that so effective? Because obviously he's trapped the single leg, then he's using the momentum, so the outside limb is the tripping leg, right? It's like putting a log behind someone and pushing them over almost.
Yeah, sometimes you feel like your leg, when you're defended, that your leg is far enough to not get hooked, but he was able to get it.
And he is enjoying this moment in front of this crowd. This stadium is filling up. And what a stadium, what a night. This is Octagon 26. And we are set to make this official. To do that, let's hand it to Andrzej Novotny.
In the middle.
Taki zawodnik od was jest jeszcze? Dzięki, przepraszam.
Come on.
Dámy a pánové, známe vítěze tohoto zápasu. Pojďme se podívat na to, jak zápas viděli bodoví. So let's see how the judges scored this fight. 29-27, 29-26 and 29-28, 29-27, 29-26 a 29-28. Vše ve prospěch vítěze. All for the winner, DAWID KANAR Kareta! Po polsku będziemy rozmawiali. Wspaniała walka, Dawid.
Dobry wieczór, Praga. Dziękuję za doping. Przepraszam, że wygrałem z waszym, ale taki sport.
David se omlouvá, že porazil našeho borce, ale takový je sport. No, byl než prvním, kdo inkasoval, ale na té razy té války otočileš, tak?
Jeszcze raz, nie?
Can you repeat? Yeah, he was the first who take the punch, but then he
Tak, przyjąłem cios w pierwszej rundzie. Troszeczkę mnie on zmęczył, ale nie poddałem się. Ciągłem to do przodu i dociągłem do końca.
Tak je to tak, jako první jsem inkasoval já vlastně, byla tam, to říkám já, krátká krize, co jsme viděli v těch záběrech, ale pak už jsem ho dokázal dostat pod sebe. Jest ktoś, kogo byś w następnej walce uwielbiał widzieć na drugiej stronie kletki?
Dajcie mi przeciwnika, a będę się z nim bił. Nie jest to
Žádné měno.
żadne mieno. Ja jestem gotowy. Całe życie na to czekałem, żeby zawalczyć w takiej organizacji i się biję. Do przodu.
Dziękuję. Dawid Kareta, zvítězca. Ptal jsem se ještě, jestli by chtěl někoho příště proti sobě, někoho konkrétního, a David řekl, že ne, že je zápasník a potká se s kýmkoliv.
Dziękuję wszystkim moim sponsorom, mojemu trenerowi Michałowi Mankiewiczowi za wspaniałe przygotowania. Amadeuszowi, mojemu wspaniałemu menażerowi, przepraszam, i moim sparring partnerom z klubu OKTAGON Team Cieszyn. Dziękuję bardzo. Dobranoc, na tle.
OKTAGON 28 nás už 25.9. poprvé zavede do pražského O2 Univerza. Filip Macek a jeho druhá šance stát se králem bantamové váhy OKTAGONu.
Tak to je neuvěřitelné!
Elitní veltrová bitva. Pětka váhy, nevyzpytatelný Brazilec Kajk Brito a proti němu nikdo jiný než stělesněná legenda
Petr Monster Kníže!
jednička polotěžké váhy Viktor Pešta a jeho další velká výzva. OKTAGON 28.